Hey everyone, in today's video we are gonna build an amazing Navbar component which I created during my Hacktoberfest 2023 and I actually quite liked the design, so I thought to share with you all. So here is the Navbar component which we are gonna build today. So as you can see here is your logo. This is for the visualization how it will look like when you put a logo here, or even better than you can put that name like e-coders, e-learning, whatever you want to create the website for. So that totally depends on you. And here is, as you can see, when I toggle here on the IDs, here is home section, about section, services section, blog section, contact us, and the sign in. As you can see, some kind of hover button effect on sign in, and this is the background which I selected. So this I selected by keeping in mind that it won't be either a dark or light mode support. So you can use it for light mode and dark mode. For both modes you can use this, or that totally depends on you. And this white line which is dividing the navbar from the component, and that is fixed. And yeah, I don't think that I should tell you, but it's fully responsive as you can see here. And let me show you how it looks like on the mobile device. So when I click here, it opens and you can hover on the IDs, and from here you can close that. And yeah, that's what we are gonna build in today's video. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Okay, for starting, what we are gonna do, we are gonna create a folder. Let me create a with the name, what should be the name? I guess front end would do, because we are working on the front end part only. So yeah, let it be, you can name it whatever you want. So let open with code, and I'm gonna install White with React. So that totally depends on you. You can even use create React app, but I don't want to make any kind of difference like what I'm doing and what you are doing, and if you get any error, that would be a lot of problem. So I don't want that. So I would suggest to stick with me. So follow the White documentation if you guys don't know, and if you have never used White docs. So let's see what white docs says. So just copy the command, that is npm create white @latest, and control C, control V. And until white is creating, let's check out the Tailwind command which we are gonna also use in this project. Tailwind CSS framework guides. Come here and select white. Since we are already working on creating the next the project, so we don't need this command. We will go with Tailwind CSS and post CSS command. So copy this command, come here. Okay to proceed, click on Y. Now it will install. It will ask for the project name. Let's make it same name. Make it front end React, choose JavaScript. It has been made. Now what to do? Click on npm install. Sorry. Clear cd change directory frontend, clear npm install. Now what will npm install do? It will install all the required packages which are required for running the React component. So just do that until it's completing the npm install command. Let's have a look with the Tailwind and the commands which we are gonna use in this project. So the project has been made, and let's clear and let's check out the project structure, the folder structure. So as you can see here, we have our node modules, we have our public under which all the images will be stored, we have our src folder under which assets, yeah, that is also one way. That is a way of storing all the images inside the src folder itself. The best thing would be is to store inside the public folder. Okay, we have our app.css, app.jsx, index.css, and our main folder, that is main.jsx. And let's look at package.json, and we have white. So let's install Tailwind CSS, which is required in order for styling. So let's copy the command and paste. Okay, now paste the second command which we had copied, npm tailwind css init -c, this one, and let it be. Now it will confirm all the folders and everything. Okay, configured. Now clear, and you can see the default Tailwind config. Now what we have to do, we have to put all the data which are given for the default white structure. Control V, control S. And in the index.css, just write all the base component utility in order to use the Tailwind CSS globally. So come to index.css. Don't remove anything as for now. Control V, Control S. So now Tailwind CSS has been configured successfully, and now let's run the project. npm run dev. That is the command for running our project. So as you can see, our project is running. Let's close this one, the main one. So that's how the white project looks like, running with powered by React. Count is 0. So now let's start building it. So what we are gonna do, I will not install all the commands, but the main command which we are gonna use. So let's install them so that we don't have any issue in the starting only. So npm install react router DOM, react icons, and tailwind css animate. Okay, so these are the 3 commands which you are gonna use as for now. Later on we will see if there are any other command which we're gonna need. Until it's happening, let's check out the folder structure. Okay, it's done. So in the app.csx folder we have our app.css. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put all the links in the description box. You can check out the whole project source code from there. For now there is nothing to explain here, so I will just copy and paste. Okay, so as you can see, the code base, I have kept the root same because that would be same. For the logo, I have defined some properties. The height will be 6 cm, padding will change, transition will be logo hover, which means when we will hover on the logo. Same goes for this, and we have some keyframes. Media for the styling things, means for the responsiveness in all the devices. So these are some CSS properties which you are gonna use. And since we have removed the code from index.css, that's why it's looking like that. So now coming to the main part, we don't have to do anything. And yeah, but in the app.jsx part, let's start working. So what we wanted inside the app.jsx, just do the first thing, clear all rafc. Okay, that's a shortcut for creating React commands and everything. The extension which I am using in this project are, as you can see, Tab9 is a very good extension. You can understand just like GitHub Copilot, but not that much powerful, but still it will definitely do your work for free. That's the most important. ES7, that's what all the syntax is generating and all the things are happening. ESLint, very powerful and very important extension for showing us all the ESLint related, all the syntax error, type error, and all the errors, kind of errors. Firefly Pro, because of this extension you can see all the theme color and everything. So that's what I'm using, and I also am using JavaScript ES6 snippet extension, and prettier also for the formatting, code formatter. Tailwind CSS intelligence for Tailwind CSS related syntax highlighting. So that's all the extension which I'm gonna use now for this project. So first of all, let's remove this one, we don't need you. So for this one, I'm gonna create my own one, export default function, and that will be app. Okay, that totally depends on you. You can use that as well, const app and export default at the last one. So that totally depends on. So you can do that, both of them. It won't show error. Return. Okay, so now it's done. Now let's create a React fragment. Inside the React fragment, what we have going to create a div. The class name will be, this is required for this desktop. Okay, this thing. So for this thing, we need to write some kind of CSS. Let's write minimum h screen. bg will be gradient to r from hashtag 600 to r from 60072 c via hashtag 12b120 hashtag that's it, hashtag 120b2e. You can hover on this and you can change the color accordingly. So that's the there's no need for the for remembering the correct hash codes and all the things. To hashtag 091498, and the font which we are gonna use in this project is pop pins. Okay, and this is the div. Okay, now you might ask why we are writing here the app.jsx, why not creating another component. See, there is one thing which you can use in this main.jsx. You can also write inside this app class name. Okay, but why I have written in app.jsx? Because we are gonna use it inside all the apps which we are gonna call. So that would be a proper way instead of using even on the app, because we are not using on the app, we're not using on the parent component anything. We are gonna use inside its child component in the sense all the components which we are gonna build like Navbar and all the things which we want that this font and all the things which we have written should be implemented on all the child component which we are gonna write here. Okay, so that's why I have written in app.jsx. In case of Next.js, that is quite very easy because we have layout now and page tsx. So that's quite easy, but in case of white, the things might get difficult when you are understanding everything. Okay, now what we have to do, inside of src, create a component folder, components, and under the component, create a navbar.jsx, rfc, control s. Remove this because we are not using React. Come here, call the Navbar. Okay, so for this, create control and space bar. When you will click that, you will get this over. So you can directly click here and see it's imported by default. So that's the thing. So we have imported the Navbar and all the things are sorted. So we have completed app.jsx. There's nothing to do more. Now come to the component, but before coming to the component, remember we have used the app logo. Website logo. So for that you can use any kind of logo. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna import one logo. You can use any kind of logo which you are use. I'm gonna use this logo only. So let me import that. So I've imported our logo, my logo.png. So this will be our logo for the website as of now. So import that inside the public folder. Come to the Navbar, and now okay. So what we are gonna do for the creating the Navbar, let's first of all let's see what we have. Okay, so let's write some kind of css, Tailwind css. Div class name will be border p2, and py padding y will be 4, text will be white, and the opacity of their text, let's keep that at 75, and it will be rounded MD. Okay, by keeping rounded MD for getting this thing. So that totally depends on you. You can do rounded SM, but that would make it very small. So for this I'm using rounded MD. And now what we wanted to fix it. So as you can see that this thing is thanks to tab9.ai, but we don't need that. Div class name will be flex. Justify, we want to keep all the things in the between. Justify between, items will be at center, and max width will be 7xl. This is the property for all the desktop thing. Okay, for the desktop height, for the responsiveness. mx will be auto, margin at x-axis, and padding will be 3. It's done. And now inside let's just look once. Let's now start working on it. So inside that, let's import our image. Src is equal to let's import the image first of all. So now if you have used inside the asset, you have to import, but for this you don't have to because public is made for that. So / you can write the name, my logo dot svg, my logo dot png. Okay, alt will be, let's keep it logo, and let's define some properties. Width will be 60, height will be 40, and class name will be object cover, shadow MD and rounded will be full. Okay, so that's done. And okay, now Control S and let's have a look. Okay, so we have our logo, but there is a problem. We are not able to see any kind of thing. Why is that? Okay, understood. So my bad. There was some code error. So now it's fixed. I hope now it's working. Yeah, as you can see, we have this kind of cool color theme. So yeah, the background is done, the logo is done. Now the thing which is left is for the IDs. So for IDs and the toggling, let's use use state for toggling that. Okay, so what we are gonna do, first import the use state, comma use state from React. Okay, that's done. And what we are gonna read some React icons. So let's use React icons, which are hi parse3 bottom right and hi outline x mark. Okay, let me check. hi parse3 bottom right and hi outline x mark from React icon / hi. Okay, so now what we needed, and let's do one thing. Let's create some use state. First the toggle thing. So use state snippet. Okay, so const toggle set toggle from use state, and the toggle will be, obviously by default it will be false. When we will toggle that, then it will be active. So that's it done. And now what we are gonna do, we are gonna use some kind of thing. Okay, so since we want to use that inside another child component, so let's create another function with the name const menu list will be equal to inside the array. It will be an array. Under that it will be id will be 1 and title will be, you can put for whichever title you want. Okay, okay, that's done. And comma, now let's copy and paste. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. 1 2 3 4 and that's 5. Home, about, services, contact, and services, contact, and blog. No, it won't be. यहाँ पे let's keep this one. Control X, Control V, contact us, and here will be blog. ID will be 4, ID will be 5, ID will be 3, ID will be 2, and ID will be 1. Okay, now that's done. Contact us. Okay, and now let's see toggle. Okay, now let's create the component where let's create the IDs and the toggle things. So rounded will be full. So now let's use another div. Okay, sorry, my bad. Div class name will be what we want it to hidden at medium devices also. So flex gap will be 4 in between all the IDs. Now in all that IDs, what we want to map them. So menu list dot map, and the function which we will use will be item. Okay, we are going to use item ES6 syntax. Okay, and inside the item menu list dot map item, under that we are going to use a key. So div will be a key which belongs to our item dot id. Okay, and under that we are going to use an h2. Now h2 will be text white, the color rounded full. This is for the rounded full. Over opacity, let's keep it 50. Okay, the text size would be 15 px and px would be 3. Padding axis, padding at y-axis, let's keep 1. Okay, padding 1, and cursor, last but not least, cursor will be pointer. Okay, that's done. And inside that, let's call back the item. You can also use a link tag, but we're not going to use link. Item.title, and that's done. Okay, what's the error? Okay, now it's done. Unexpected token as ESLint error. Why it's showing error? Okay, we'll see that later on. So that's done. Cursor pointer, item title, and yeah, item title. Now inside after this, inside that div, let's create another h2. Now that will be for the button. So let's not keep it h2, let's create it button. So button will be text void. Okay, over it will be border 1px, border will be 1px, opacity will be 75, rounded will be full, text will be 15 px, px will be 3, py will be 1, cursor will be pointer, over opacity will be 1/2. Okay, over opacity will be 1/2. Yep, that's perfect. Yep, and it will be sign in. Okay, now Control Shift and F for configuring the prettier. Control Shift Alt Control Alt Shift Alt F, configure prettier. Okay, what happened? Okay, so it's format, but that looks okay. Okay, so that's done. And why that keep bothering? Let's remove it for now. Okay, so there is something which I am missing. Okay, let me check. ID5 const menu list. Okay, let me check. Okay, got it. Okay, sorry about that, I didn't notice. I don't know why, but that will be obviously a string, so that will be in a single comma, log and contact us. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, for now ESLint is giving us error, obviously. Sign in is done. Let's leave this div and let's create, for the toggle thing, let's create another div. This one will be hidden also, and this one will be for that closing thing. Okay, so let's call that. Div class name will be what we want. If there is no toggle, okay, if there is no toggle, then call hi pass the bottom right. Okay, what we want an on click function that will be use regular ES6 syntax. Okay, on click will be set toggle. Okay, what will happen? Not toggle. That's done. And the class name will be, for that will be text void, and text will be 32px, and let's keep cursor will be pointer. So cursor will be pointer, and yeah, that's done. I hope so. Now that's done. Okay, now that's done. So which means if it won't be toggle, then call this one, okay, and if that is toggle, then else, in else condition we want hi outline x mark, which means if they are like on the mobile side or mobile size, then call this one. If they are not in the mobile size, which means on the display, then call this one. That's why I'm doing hidden is also there. Hi oxy mark, and there will be obviously on click function in order to open the list is equal to regular ES6 syntax. On click will be also set toggle, and there we also call no toggle by default. So that's done, and its class name will also be the same. Okay, we don't want obviously anything different, so text will be void and text will be 22px. So that's done, and obviously one more thing, you can that's your choice. If you want to keep cursor pointer, keep, otherwise remove that cursor pointer. So that's done, and pin another one, and under that will be if toggle, then use another one, that will be menu overlay menu list will be menu list. That we were gonna call another component, sorry. So let's close that, otherwise it will be null. That's done. Okay, let's see. Parsing error, unexpected token. Okay, div class is empty hidden. Okay, so after doing shift alt and F, I got the error. So it was because of this, I forgot to put this bracket, this small bracket, in order to keep it different. So that's the error. So for the menu overlay, let's do a thing. Let's create another component under let's call it just menu.csx. okay, let's do rafce so menu overlay, I called that because menu list is done. So let's name it, and okay, menu, let's keep it like this, control T and T, menu overlay. So let's remove this, and now let's create a div class name will be absolute, text will be center, left is 0, minimum height is full. Now what we want backdrop blur, another property of Tailwind for the behind the plugin, backdrop blur, and that will be large, width will be full, empty, margin top will be 7. okay, and under this let's do call menu list dot map. Under the map, obviously call item, and using the syntax ES6, let's create h1 class, h1 class name will be text y, text 24px. This one actually is for the mobile components. okay, so you can write inside that also, so that totally depends on you, but I'm writing it differently in order to not mix up. okay, so that is just the thing. okay, so that is for the mobile components. Let me show you. So let's come here, and margin bottom will be 6, and justify will be center, and margin top will be 10. okay, what we want, when we hover, scale it where over, scale it 110, and make a transition will be all, and is in will be out, and total transition duration will be 300, and cursor last but not least will be pointer. Okay, and what we are gonna do, we are gonna call all the item dot title here, item dot title, the title which we have created earlier. Shift Alt F, item dot title here. Okay, so why it's showing error? So because we have not passed even the prop component props, so let me pass the props. So it will be menu list. This menu list is this one. Don't worry, when we will call that inside Navbar, everything will be fine. So inside the component folder, come to Navbar and call the menu overlay. Okay, so import menu overlay from menu. Now it's imported. Now let's see, missing a props validation. Okay, it's missing a props validation. Menu overlay is menu list. Okay, that is correct, and this is also correct. Menu list dot map is item, it is also correct. Okay, I think I got the error. Let's create the this not as a function. Okay, still getting error. What's the error saying? Missing key prop. So I don't know what is the error. For now I have disabled the ESLint to check if the error is correct, and I'm still getting an error. Let's inspect what is the error, because I didn't need to pass HI. Requested module does not provide an export name. Oh, sorry. It will be from HI. It will be from HI2. Okay. Yep. Now let's save it. So it's there, but why it's looking like this? That is working. This is also, that is working. This is also working. That is also working. But they're not in sequence, which means we have the problem with Tailwind CSS. Let's check out the menu. Margin top is 7. I think this is correct. The problem is here. Over opacity 15, PYPX3, cursor pointer, hidden empty flags. Just check it once. So it will be absolute, text will be center, left 0, minimum height is full, backdrop large, width full, margin top is 7, text white, text 24, margin bottom 6, justify center, scale. There is no problem with the menu. Now let's check the Navbar if there is any issue. So border is P2, P54, text white, opacity rounded, flex justify. Yeah, max width 7x. That is correct. That is also correct. Hidden. Okay. Got one error at least. So this one, hidden empty flex cap 4, and text will be white, hover will be text white, rounded full, hover opacity will be 50, text will be 15, px3, py1, cursor will be pointer. So that is correct, and text white, hoverboard 1px, opacity state full, text 15, px3, py1, cursor pointer 2. I think the problem is not inside cursor pointer, text 22. So where is the problem occurring? Because it seems like the problem was with the hidden only. Okay, hidden MD flex. Okay, understood, got it. So that was the problem. So we have created successfully, and as you can see the over effect, you can adjust it accordingly. I think this looks good. Okay, use button only. So let's check if the responsiveness is working or not. Okay, that's great. This is also working. I think font 10 is pretty good number. As soon as I make it big, yep, the Navbar is working fine. Okay, so Navbar is done. We're done with the Navbar, and yeah, if you want any customization, you can do it. And I hope the video was good. If you like the initiative, please hit the like and subscribe button. That would be means a lot to me. At least let us make till 500 subs, so that I can post community section and you can talk to me on the community. So that would be a very big step ahead. So let's do that much at least. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Let me know down in the comment section if you have anything in the mind regarding any other project or website. I'm coming very soon with another project and the big one. So see ya, have a good day, and Have a great time.